Hello, guys. It is High Priestess Jamila. So, I'm not going to play any music before this live. I just want to get straight to the point and talk to you all about basically how to experience and have and hold love in your lover if you are experiencing gang stalking from fake gang stalkers, okay, love scammers, people that lie. In particular, if you may have made the mistake of being fooled by a gang stalker somehow, because a gang stalker is a gang stalker, uh, those people are either inhuman or they have a lot of problems, and you made the mistake of actually dealing with one of them that is still incoherently harassing you and stalking you, or if you never hooked up with any of the gang stalkers and you just have some random dude on the internet who is very toxic speaking about you and trying to claim you. I want to talk to you guys about that. First of all, I am going to tell you guys to not, if you are ever being gang stalked, do not ever, 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 ever again go out into this world and try to meet people randomly. Create your spiritual husband. Hopefully, you've already created your spirit team. Create your spiritual husband and ask them to bring the one to you that is for you. Stop going out here randomly dealing with people because you never know what man or woman could be associated with the gang stalking network. Like, gang stalking networks are very broad. These are lost people who will become a part of these groups of very, very, very bad people. Okay. So, yes, they will try to mess with your love life because gang stalkers typically are either trying to just in general fuck up your life, fuck up your mental, your physical health. Gang stalkers are literally like they can be born out of anything. Like, they could be looking at your family's real estate. Like, it could be any reason. But what I found is that gang stalkers are specifically there to take the life and the life force of the person. Now, a lot of people survive gang stalkers, however, it sticks with them for the rest of their lives. And you have to understand that if you were actually protected by the Bible alone, that experience would not be happening to you. There are a lot of people that try to look at gang stalkers as these people that God sent, and they are not. God did not send those people. There is no God in this world. God, the actual true God, would not do that to an innocent person. Okay. All right, first of all. So I know there's a lot of confused people out there that like to abuse and stalk people that they think are gay or lesbian or witches. All of those people are fooling themselves and all of those people are lying to themselves. Okay. But let's say you have gotten past the gang stalkers, you beat the shit out of them, and you've moved forward in your life. But the gang stalkers are still trying to spin a narrative. The gang stalkers still think that they are cunning enough to try to continue to destroy your love life. Okay. And let's say that your man, because, all of us are curious about the person that we're dealing with. And, the gang stalkers always lead like a roadmap to themselves. And gang stalkers, especially if they, well, let me think how I can describe it. Especially if they are predators, pedophiles, they will try to say sexual things about you. And the thing of it is that a lot of people don't realize is that males, not men, males like to make other males feel uncomfortable. They like to make other males feel insecure. So let's say that you have someone and you're in love with him. He feels the same way about you. He's a good guy, but he stumbles upon the gang stalkers and them talking nastily about you. A man that loves you and likes you is not going to appreciate people speaking sexually about you. He's not going to appreciate some other man online trying to claim you. And that could possibly not necessarily cause problems. If you are with the right guy, he might kind of pull away, right? He might be kind of shocked and taken aback by that, right? And then even sometimes gang stalkers will go as far as to try to contact your man. That's why if you are being gang stalked, you cannot ever, ever be online telling people who your man is. You just cannot do it, okay? But I wanted to give you guys love advice if your man finds videos and even revenge porn, right? Because men have a tendency, especially if they really, really like you, they may have a tendency to get jealous, right? I wanted to give you guys love advice. First of all, be very open and honest and upfront, okay? Let your dude know, hey, stop looking at this person as a normal relationship. Tell your man straight up and down that was not my man. Depending on what language you speak, what lingo you speak, let him know that dude was an op. If you dated one of the gang stalkers accidentally, because that's what gang stalkers do. Gang stalkers go around and slander you before, during, and after you have made a mistake of getting involved with them. That's what they do. Okay. Because they want to ruin your life. So just make it clear that person was an op, right? A lot of men, especially, have a tendency to not be able to separate sex that you may have had with a person from actual real love. This is when you have to sit down and talk to them and say, hey, I was manipulated into giving my consent to have sex with this person, right? This person manipulated me. But that's never been a real man of mine, right? That's the first thing you got to do. Second thing you want to do is lay it on thick. Let him know you are there. First of all, be very patient with him. Let him know that you are there when he's ready to talk about it. Okay. When he's ready to talk about the trauma of even hearing some, because here's the thing about gang stalkers are very traumatized and they have a lot of negative, bad spirits on them. These people are cursed. And they have nothing else better to do than to try to curse other people. They are desperately trying to find a home. for their negative bad spirits, okay? Lay it on thick. Let your man know I love you, right? Because a lot of men don't understand gang stalking, especially if they've never been gang stalked before. It's like a totally different, it's some different shit. Being gang stalked is some different shit. And it usually arises, especially in particular for women in particular that are in social media. Okay. Let your man know. First of all, you need to talk to your spirit team about it. Okay. And you don't just go and expect for your gods and your spirits to actually know what happened. As a practitioner, I can promise you and assure you that you have to literally let your spirits know. That's just like I just had a debacle yesterday. I went straight to my gods and told them exactly what those people did. They not just gonna always automatically know. That's another thing people make. So let your spirit team know, talk to God about the fuck shit, but make sure that you lay it on thick. Be extra flirty. Let your man know that you are the only one for me. Seriously, don't lie to him. If you don't actually feel that way, I'm not telling you to manipulate. I'm talking about if you actually feel that way. Okay. And for you to be calling somebody your man, that must mean that you must be feeling that way. Lay it on extra thick. Let him know you are the only man for me. Let him know that. Because if you don't let him know that, his mind is going to be filled with all kind of doubt. Because this is what thirsty gang stalking idiots do. Now, as far as with gang stalkers harassing people, finding out where they work and all this shit, that aspect of it can be fucked up. And that's where gang stalkers can really isolate their victim. Because what people are going to be thinking is, oh my God, I can't involve myself with this person because they got all this shit going on. And these gang stalkers are going to start harassing and stalking me. So this is when you have to really get into it with your spirits. Gang stalkers will fuck up your life. They will try to keep you single the rest of your fucking life. And then this is when you have to go dark. You will be alone the rest of your fucking life if you stick with that Jesus shit. You will be alone. You have to go darker. Gang stalkers are a threat to your life, your well being, your happiness, and you cannot play around with those people. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Y'all be running around here trying to do this stuff that's hoity toity. Oh my God, I got to be right. I got to be good. No, you need to go to dark spirits that will kill those people. Listen, before I'm ever alone and before I ever don't get the pleasure and the money and everything that I want out of life, those people, those gang stalkers can die because they're just fill-ins anyway. Gang stalkers are literally just people that were born to die or get killed. Gang stalkers are like targets. That's it. They're literally just like open targets, right? So that basically you need to go and you need to consult with somebody that is going to be honest with you and say, hey, listen, you know, these people are trying to be a threat to my peace of mind. They, for some reason, want to play around with my heart. They want to play around with my kids. They want to play around with my man. Go to a dark spirit that will make sure that those people are dead before they are ever able to take love away from you and fuck with the people that you love. Straight up and down. You need to let the gang stalkers know, hey, you're never going to destroy my life. You're never going to destroy my livelihood. You're never going to make a man leave me. You're never going to turn my family and friends against me. You're never going to make me lose my job. You're never going to make me lose my business, because guess what? You'll be dead first. Don't be stupid, especially if you have done the work to bring this person into your life. And gang stalkers, they want to fuck around and find out really bad. Get yourself with some spirits that will make sure that all of those people that, like, okay, this is what you say to the gang. This is basically the way you got to be. Hey, you are never going to do that. I am going to have the love that I want. I am going to have the money that I want. I am going to have the happiness that I want. You are not going to fuck with my health. You are not going to fuck with my beauty. You are not going to fuck with my attraction. You are not going to fuck with my loved ones. But I can tell you what a guarantee is that you'll be dead. And I'm not talking about threatening their lives. That's not a death threat. My gods will smite you. Thank you and goodbye. Rockabye, baby. Oh, you want to play games? Oh, you want to try to bring misery into my life? Oh, you want to fuck with the people that I love? Oh, you want to try to turn my life upside down? Okay, okay. Clearly, Jesus ain't doing it. Let me go on over and yeah. Let me go on over and yeah. And the guarantee is going to be that you ain't going to wake up in the morning. The guarantee is going to be that the gang stalkers are going to get exactly what they tried to create for you, because they've gang stalkers already take your time. That's the binding. That's the play button. Oh, you're a gang stalker. Okay, you're trying to make yourself be known so that you can try to turn the people that I love against me. Okay, well then you'll just die. Like I said, gang stalkers and people that do stuff like that, those types of people are optional. God doesn't actually love them or covet them. I'm just saying, obviously. Because if God loved a gang stalker, God would have gave the gang stalker a better plan in life, wouldn't it? Mm-hmm. Before a gang stalker is able to ever destroy your happiness or kill you, because gang stalkers would love to murder you, they would love to physically murder you, they would love for you to be afraid, they would love to incite fear in the people that you love. You need to go and put a binding on your destiny and say, oh, okay, so the gang stalkers want to mess with me. Okay, all of them can be dead. Period. End of story. That's the advice. You want to play games? You want to try to be socially awkward? You want to sit up there? Hold on. Let me get on. Let me cam up real quick. You want to be socially awkward? You want to sit up there and try to push people away from me? You want to sit up there and try to be manipulative? You want to do that? But then you know what? My gods will smite you, boo boo. My gods will take you up out of here, boo boo. Real quick. Real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you want to play around with my job? You want to play around with you want to play around with my mama? Oh, you want to stalk my mama? You want to do prank phone calls to my mama? Oh. Oh, you want to try to cast spells? Baby, I got a spell for you. We don't cast spells over here, honey. We just do. You want to play around with it? Huh? You want to play around with my family? Then you may not wake up in the morning. Don't play around with your loved ones. Don't play around with your children. Don't play around with the people that you love. Straight up and down, don't even play. Those people will they will literally cause friction and try to destroy everything in your life. Stop playing around with them. Don't play around with them. You try to mess with my man, you try to mess with my children, like I said yesterday. And see, for me, I got a special brand of gang stalkers. These gang stalkers have some weird fantasy about controlling and dominating me. Oh, you're not gonna be thinking that when I tie a thick ass tight chain around your heart chakra that makes you not be able to breathe ever again. Yeah, I can put a spiritual chain. You can't do that to me because you ain't got no power for real, because you playing little childish games. But I can put a chain around your heart to squeeze it until you can't breathe no more, baby. You want to have a fantasy about dominating High Priestess Jamila and putting her in a chicken coop, tying me up in a chicken coop and shit, and throwing chicken caca all over me and shit? Oh, okay, let's play. Let's play. But we're not gonna play for long, are we? You want to get in your goddamn mind that you a better woman than me or some shit when you can just take your stinking ass on some damn where and you want to play around with me? How about you not wake up that next morning, sis? How about that? Oh, you want to be a lesbo, a dykety lesbo, and you want to form a fucking obsession with me? How about, bitch, you must not appreciate your life. Your life must not be worth much, boo-boo, because we gonna take it. Those gods are evil. No, no. I hold on. Let me find my one my top one. Who is that? He will destroy. He will destroy real quick, real quick, real quick. Oh, okay. You not respecting your time. Remember when I told you Kronos ain't playing that? He looks at the gang stalkers as a waste of time and space on the earth. Even though there's plenty of room on the earth, he does not like you. He strangely reminds me a lot of Saint Michael, but this is Kronos, okay? He will. This is Father Time you dealing with, okay? And I make offerings to him every single day, and so he will. He will. Just saying, okay? But other than that, just kind of lay it on thick to your man. Let him know that he is the only one. Remind him every day that he's the only one. Because when and don't lie, like we're like most women that are like me ain't gonna lie about nothing like that, like because I don't sleep around anyway. But let him know, hey, you are the only one, you are the only man for me, because of course gang stalkers, they will try to ruin your love life because they're love scammers, guilty of all kind of love scams, how they broke asses in social media begging women for money. We all know that type. So if you got some dusty dude in social media trying to claim your love and saying all, because no man wants to come online and hear some other man talking about, yeah, you wanted to suck my dick. Uh, Actually, I didn't. But as a man, if you hear somebody say that about your woman, that's gonna be fucking hard for you to deal with that shit. As a man, let's keep it real. Let your man know, hey, I listen. First of all, if you made, like I said, if you made the mistake of dating one of them, let your man know that was not my man. That was a op. It doesn't matter that we had sex. I feel raped. It doesn't matter. I didn't really actually give my consent. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. If you still got him stalking you, let your man know, hey, you are the only one. I wished for you. I prayed for you, and I got you. and I ain't never going nowhere. And let him know you love him. Let him know that you are willing to show him how much you love him, not just say it, but to show him. Okay? Seriously. And you know what? We putting a stop to the gang stalkers. Like, for example, their little attacks. Oh, it's 1:30. I gotta go downstairs and make my chocolate chip cookies. Their little attacks that they do. Make sure that you guys are doing the work. Anything that you do, anything that the gang stalkers try to do instantly backfires on them. Make it hurt. Make it hurt. And you know what? How many of y'all, by raising hand, is if you were getting gang stalked by people that were a threat to you, threat to your dogs and cats, threat to your children, your grandchildren, your husband, your family, how many of you gonna how many of y'all are gonna want the gang stalker to live? Because that's what God is about. And I love God. God giveth and God taketh away. Ain't that right, Cronus? Thank you. Do not give up your life and your happiness for a lame ass gang stalker. Let them die. If they are trying to mess up your life and your happiness and they want you to be miserable and they just gonna go around lying on you and telling all this shit about you that ain't the truth, make sure that you ask your gods to the, and that's what the gods are already saying. Where y'all think I got that from? All gang stalkers deserve death. That's it. They don't deserve anything else. Trust me. And a lot of people will be like, well, I just don't think that that's very nice. And that's not very proper. Well, you know what? You must not have never been gang stalked in your fucking life, have you? Because I can tell you something. Uh, the gang stalker ain't gonna never make me lose my job. The gang stalker ain't gonna never make me lose my man. They would be dead first. Like, you literally have to put a death clause on your destiny. Let a gang stalker do something. That person will die because people typically do not, like, there are some people that fear death or that don't fear death. But please believe that the gang stalker does fear death. They do. They do, trust me. They can go and say, I don't care. I'm a savage. I don't care if I die. Yeah, they do. They care if they die. Let them know. Hey, let the gang stalkers know. Hey, you're gonna die if you continue. You're gonna die. Hey, am I lying? No. Have I told one lie yet? I wouldn't give a shit if it was or was not a long-term situation. Even somebody that I'm fucking, if I like fucking the nigga and you trying to fuck it up and you a gang stalker, you need to die. Even if it's a one night stand. Even if it's a one night stand or somebody that, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna take a while for you to get. If you try to mess with my man or my loved ones, because gang stalkers will fuck with your family, you need to put a destiny clause, a death to all enemies clause in your destiny. And ask Father Odin. See, I work with the old gods. Okay. The clause. You need to put a clause. There's a clause on my life, on my blood. Yeah. I don't give a damn if you love your man and he wake up every morning for you and make you waffles in the morning. If that's all you want, that's what I want the rest of my life. If anybody tries to interrupt or disrupt that or throw that off, they have to die. And I'm not talking about a loved one, like another family member that may, we're talking about gang stalkers who are purposefully trying to fuck up your relationship, who are purposefully trying to fuck up your relationship with your family. Hey, oh, you trying to turn my uncle against me? Oh, okay. Well, you must be ready to die. And my uncle, my auntie, my TTs, my unks, they ain't gonna never turn against me. Oh, you trying to turn my cousins against me? Oh, okay. Well, you must be ready to die, gang stalker. And don't listen. Fuck the way that y'all keep trying to say to deal with the shit. I have survived it for over a fucking decade. Okay, and I ain't crazy. I can sit up and lay up with my man and just be normal. I ain't have no damn outbursts and shit. I be riding the wave with him and shit. You know what I'm saying? We just be chilling. No, you listen, if you are a gang stalker and you're still gang stalking me, I told you to stop. God told you to stop. La Satisma Muerta told you to stop. All of the gods and spirits and underworld and heaven told you to stop. You're gonna continue to do it. Well, then I get you. You know what? Maybe you need to die soon. Die sooner than later. Don't die slow. Die fast. Am I lying? If you with me, fuck that shit. And you know what? I help many, 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 many people that are being gang stalked. Yeah. And I ain't afraid to go hard in the paint. You messing with my clients, maybe the gang stalkers need to be dead. That's not a death threat. We're saying that our gods will smite you. We're saying my God will smite you. Why do you think that Kronos, this statuette was not cheap either? This statuette was more than $50. And it's a small, tiny one. Why you think that he has a what's that? A sickle? That's something that's called something else with an hourglass in his hand because he's saying, "Hey, it ain't gonna be too much longer. I'm gonna get your ass." Okay. Make sure y'all hit the thumbs up because that is just the truth. And if you got some sick female in social media that's like DL women, the number one sign of a DL woman, she's trying to dominate you. She's got some kind of sick fantasy about dominating you and making you her sister wife or some shit like that. Hey, bro, tell that bitch she gonna die because she will. She will die. Go on about your business, hon. Oh, I know you a gang stalker. You thought you was scaring me. Bitch, you ain't got no power. You really ain't got no power to stand up against Kronos. Can't no God stand up against Kronos. Kronos is the God of time and destiny, honey. You're fucked. So now what are you gonna do? Jesus is gonna be still on that situation, baby. He ain't messing with no Kronos like that. And Kronos is not a demon. Kronos is a god, probably one of the most powerful gods of the universe. What are you gonna do? I'm sorry, Poseidon. I know. Poseidon is like, I showed you an ocean in the sky, and you took. Okay, I'm just telling you. Go on about your business, Mr. and Mrs. Obsessed Stalker Troll. Hey, your obsession gonna kill you. All gang stalkers and people that are stalking, you know how they be doing? They be in chat rooms and stuff, right? Uh-huh. You know how they be doing their little live streams and panels and shit, doing their weirdness? Yeah, you're all gonna die. Like that's just that a fucker reading. I ain't about to say what's gonna be their karma. Death. Death soon. Death sooner than you think. Okay? And I'm gonna still be living along with all of my loved ones. I don't have no fear in my heart. Nothing puts fear in my heart. Nothing. Nothing. I'm not afraid of you. You or you. You got to be a weak-minded motherfucker to be scared of gang stalkers. Fuck them. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. I wish that I would have made a pact with Valafor and Glasla Labolas years ago and some other stuff that I did because a lot of them gang stalkers will try to go to the underworld and they don't realize that their name already smells like shit in the underworld because you went and talked to Hecate and Lilith and they don't like them. Okay? All right, guys, that's pretty much it. My man ain't seen none of the gang stalkers, and if he did, he'd be like, baby, what's for dinner? All right, I'll see y'all later. Love you guys. Mwah. Peace.